If you're considering the Dell S3425DW curved monitor, buckle up because today I'm spilling all the tea, both the perks and the pitfalls you need to know before hitting that buy button. This 34-inch beast promises vibrant colors, immersive viewing, and eye comfort. But here's what surprised me. It's not as picture-perfect as Dell's marketing makes it seem. While it boasts features like AMD FreeSync Premium and a 120Hz refresh rate, there are some quirks that might make you think twice. So, stick around if you want the full scoop before splurging over $400 on this curved display. Now, you might be wondering, who exactly should go for the Dell S3425DW? Well, this monitor markets itself to creative pros craving vivid colors, gamers chasing smooth gameplay, and movie buffs eager for immersive screens. But is it truly the jack-of-all-trades it claims to be, or does it stumble in crucial areas? Spoiler alert, there are some surprises that might just ruin your binge-watching or gaming sessions unless you know what to look out for. Let's get into why this monitor is both loved and hated, and whether it's really worth your money. First up, the Dell S3425DW is undeniably a looker. It sports a 34-inch curved VA panel with a 3440x1440 resolution, offering that ultra-wide screen real estate that feels like wrapping yourself in a digital cocoon. This curvature, combined with the 3000:1 contrast ratio, gives you deep blacks and punchy colors that draw you into movies and games. Plus, it covers 99% of sRGB and 95% of DCI-P3, meaning photographers and video editors will enjoy color accuracy without squinting through their editing timelines. This is enhanced by the ComfortView Plus tech, reducing blue light emissions to make marathon sessions easier on your eyes. And here's where the plot thickens. The VA panel, while impressive in contrast, has slower response times compared to IPS panels. Dell claims an ultra-low 0.03 ms response time, but real-world tests suggest it's a tad slower, which might introduce slight ghosting during fast-paced gaming. So if you're a competitive gamer who worships speed, this monitor might not be your best buddy. AMD FreeSync Premium up to 120Hz does help smooth things out, but it's no magic wand. Speaking of gaming, the monitor does a solid job displaying vivid scenes, especially with HDR compatibility, though it's HDR-ready rather than true HDR. You won't get that blazing luminosity of higher-end HDR displays, but it still manages to add a bit of pop to your visuals. If you're mostly about casual or story-driven gaming, this monitor elevates that experience nicely. Now let's talk about the audio, because yes, Dell decided to give this monitor a little extra oomph on the sound front. Unlike many monitors that slap on tiny speakers and leave you begging for headphones, the S3425DW features re-engineered sound. It pumps out deeper frequencies and greater volume, meaning desktop speakers might just gather dust. But don't throw out your earbuds just yet. While the sound is improved, audiophiles will still find it lacking rich depth and clarity for serious listening sessions. Connectivity is another strong suit here. Thanks to a single USB-C cable, you can daisy-chain power delivery up to 65W, video, and data with minimal cable clutter on your desk. For those juggling multiple devices, this tidiness can be a game changer. But be warned, not all USB-C ports are created equal, and some users report compatibility hiccups with certain laptops, which can be a real headache for remote workers or multitaskers. Wait before your eyes glaze over with technical specs. Here's a mini secret. Did you know many Dell S3425DW users report uneven backlighting along the edges? This creates a bit of illumination bleed that's distracting during dark scenes in movies or night gaming sessions. If you're a stickler for flawless blacks, this might drive you nuts faster than your last internet outage. Okay, now, how about ergonomics and build quality? Dell is known for their solid construction, and this monitor holds up with sturdy stands and a reasonably sleek design. However, here's a twist. The tilt and swivel adjustments are somewhat limited for a monitor this pricey. If you're like me and constantly shift between laying back and hunching over the desk like a weekend gamer zombie, you might find yourself wrestling the stand more than enjoying the screen. Still skeptical? Let's address the elephant in the room: price. At roughly $407, the S3425DW sits in a competitive price range where IPS monitors with potentially faster response times and similar ultra-wide features exist. So why pay a premium for a VA panel with some quirks? That's the million-dollar question. Here's where story comes in. I bought this monitor 3 months ago after drooling over the specs and sales pitch. Setting it up, I was wowed by the ultra-wide feel and deep blacks on HDR content. But after hours gaming, I noticed a slight blur during fast moves, and the uneven backlight popped out during late-night shows. Then came the compatibility surprise. My laptop's USB-C charging didn't always sync smoothly, forcing me to juggle cables. I joked to myself, looks like my monitor works harder testing my patience than delivering pixels. But over time, I learned to live with these quirks because the vibrant colors and immersive curve genuinely improved my daily workflow and entertainment. Now for the jokes. Why did the monitor break up with the laptop? Because it couldn't handle the connection. And here's one more. Why don't monitors ever get lost? Because they always keep an eye on the screen. Okay, I'll stick to reviews. But seriously, the S3425DW has charm. If only it could iron out some of those wrinkles. So, who exactly should pull the trigger on this monitor? If you're a graphic designer or video editor who prioritizes color accuracy and immersive visuals over ultra-fast response times, you'll appreciate the vibrant 99% sRGB coverage and deep contrast. The eye comfort tech means fewer headaches during long sessions, which is a blessing if your job demands hours in front of screens. Gamers, casual and story-driven gamers, especially those who value smooth frame rates without shelling out for a flagship monitor, will find the 120Hz refresh and FreeSync a solid upgrade. However, competitive or fast-paced gamers might want to look elsewhere for faster pixel response. For remote workers or those craving a tidy desk, the USB-C single-cable solution is a godsend. Just make sure to double-check compatibility with your devices before buying, or you might end up with more cords than you started with. Alright, here's another curveball. Some users have also reported issues with Dell's customer service response times and firmware updates, which might become a factor if you encounter hardware quirks or want the latest features patched in. But that's unfortunately common with many monitors in this price range. Let's recap the pros quickly. Stunning ultrawide 34-inch curved VA panel, impressive contrast ratio, vibrant color coverage with near-perfect sRGB and DCI-P3 standards, solid refresh rate with FreeSync, re-engineered and surprisingly decent built-in audio, and clean USB-C connectivity that tidies up your workspace. Eye comfort tech, a big plus for prolonged use, rounds out the package. And the cons: slower than advertised response times leading to minor ghosting, uneven backlight bleed that might annoy perfectionists, limited ergonomic adjustments, potential USB-C compatibility issues, and being somewhat pricey compared to IPS alternatives. Now the big reveal. Despite these issues, I still believe the Dell S3425DW is a worthy contender in the ultra-wide monitor space if you prioritize immersive media consumption, vivid colors, and a sleek desk setup. The comfort features mean it's easier on your eyes, which is worth its weight in gold for anyone staring at screens from dawn till dusk. Funny enough, sometimes we chase the perfect product and overlook the one that suits our actual needs. The S3425DW isn't perfect, but it's a solid, versatile monitor that delivers a mostly enjoyable experience with some clear caveats you should weigh based on your usage patterns. Thinking of grabbing one? I recommend checking the link in the description for the best price on Amazon. Deals fluctuate, and hitting that sweet spot could tip the scales from maybe to heck yes. Just remember, knowing the quirks up front saves you frustration later. In summary, the Dell S3425DW is a mixed bag, but leaning more toward the good side for creatives and casual gamers who want immersive visuals and eye comfort without diving into ultra-premium price territory. If crisp, instant pixel transitions and extreme ergonomic flexibility top your priority list, look elsewhere. Before I let you go, here's the last joke. Why did the curve monitor get a standing ovation? Because it always knew how to make a scene. Okay, I promise that's my last one. Thanks for sticking with me through this honest Dell S3425DW review. Hit that like button if this helped you out, and subscribe for more real-deal tech reviews without the fluff. Remember, the best monitor is the one that matches your needs, quirks and all. Check the description for the latest price, and happy viewing.